Hey guys, it's Marlene here with Savory Thoughts at savorythoughts.com. So let's switch things up a little bit. Let's make this healthy and delicious Honey Dijon Salmon. So as you know, salmon is a good protein and goes well with your favorite veggies. Actually, it goes well with any veggies and rice recipes. So for this recipe, we will be making this Honey Dijon salmon and we'll be pairing it with couscous and fresh vegetables. You want to start off by preparing each vegetable individually because we're going to take the time to clean the salmon properly because we need to descale it. That's if you did not purchase the salmon fillet without the skin. But if you did, like we did here, I'm going to show you exactly how to descale your salmon. Start by julienne cutting your carrots and also start by removing the broccoli from the stems. So once you're done, go ahead and cook your broccoli to your desired texture. Don't forget to add your seasoning. For me, I just like to lightly season it with salt. Once you're done cooking your broccoli to your desired texture, go ahead and transfer it to an ice bath. That way it can remain fresh and crisp while you make the salmon recipe. In addition to our wonderful Jacmel seasoning blend, we'll also be adding 6 cloves of garlic. I like to use a mortar and pestle to smash your garlic instead of mincing it because it releases all the natural juices. So go ahead and smash your garlic and set it aside. We'll also be adding in 1 lime juice to this recipe. You could also use lemon juice if that's what you have on hand. But the lime juice definitely intensifies the flavor, plus it works well with seafood. So now here's the star of the show. We have the salmon. I purchased the salmon from Sam's Club, but it wasn't descaled. So in the sink, be sure to have a clean area and use your knife to descale the salmon. Go in the opposite direction of where the scale is laying. You'll notice that the scale will start to lift upwards. Just be careful with your knife as you do not want to cut yourself. Carefully descale the fish with your knife and be sure to get around the edges. Now, if you don't like to descale fish, I perfectly understand. You can always remove the skin by slightly lifting up one section and using your knife while you are pulling it back so that way you can remove the skin. Now, depending on the type of salmon that you get or the brand, it may be tough to remove the fish from the skin. I recommend that you have a sharp knife to cut the fish from the skin. So once you're done, go ahead and rinse your fish out. Now remember, this is fish, so you don't want to use hot water or warm water. I recommend that you use cold water for this because you don't want to start cooking the fish prior to you transferring it to the skillet. Continue to play around with the fish so you can descale it. You can also take your hand to slide your hand on the skin just to make sure that all of the scale is removed. So now, as you know, Haitians love to cook with lime or lemon. So we also love to clean our meat with lime, lemon, or vinegar, and sometimes even sour oranges. So when it comes to fish, my go-to is always lime or lemon for me to clean my fish. This is how I was brought up, and this is how I used to do it in Haiti, and this is how I continue to do it now as an adult in my own home. So take 1 lemon, not the same lemon that you cut previously, but just take another lemon and cut it in half, squeeze the juice on the lemon, and take the lemon and continue to rub it on the fish. That way you are making sure that you kill any leftover bacteria. Remove any and all scale that may be left behind. So once you are done, go ahead and rinse it out again with cold water. Once you're finished rinsing it out, go ahead and set it aside on a cutting board so we can begin to cut our salmon into our desired pieces. Over a medium-high heat, go ahead and sear your salmon on both sides for 3 to 4 minutes. If your salmon is starting to stick to the bottom of the skillet, you can go ahead and add 1 or 2 tablespoons of butter. This will help it to not stick too much to the bottom. You don't need the skin to be super crisp. You just need the salmon to cook before you start adding in the other components to the dish. So once your fish is cooked, go ahead and set it aside on a paper towel plate. Now for this recipe, we're also going to add in our Savory Thoughts Jacmel spice blend. Guys, we would love for you to go to our website at savorythoughts.com because we have been working on something very special for you guys, and that's coming out with our own spice blend. So it has all of the authentic and natural flavors from Haiti. So we definitely want you to be a part of it, and also to not miss any news regarding to when we launch the spices. So go to savorythoughts.com and sign up so you can get all of the details. So once you set it aside, go ahead in the same skillet, start to build the sauce that would go with your Dijon salmon. So we're adding in the spices as well as cooking our tomatoes and tomato paste. Go ahead and deglaze it with water and allow it to continue to cook. We're also adding in about 2 tablespoons of the Dijon mustard. We're also adding in a 1/4 cup of creamer, topping it off with fresh parsley and stir to combine. Next, you want to go ahead and add in your salmon, and be sure to reduce your heat to medium-low so that way your sauce do not burn. Guys, we also have the full recipe on the website at savorythoughts.com, and we're also sharing step-by-step photo guide on how to make it with ease. So as mentioned before, we are pairing our Dijon salmon with fresh broccoli, couscous, and also julienne cut carrots. And that's it, guys. Bon appetit. Thank you so much for watching our video. We would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already done so. We have a lot more coming your way. Cheers.